Zomato, now called Eternal, once hailed as a shining example of startup success, saw its fortunes turn around dramatically in recent months. You would remember that the company made a strong debut on July 23rd, 2021, listing at 115 rupees, an impressive 51.3% premium over its IPO price of 76 rupees. But the real inflection for Zomato's stock came in June 2023, when the company reported its first quarter of profitability. From that point onwards, Zomato was reaching for the moon. Driven by a robust 71% revenue growth in FY24 and consistent improvements in profitability up to FY24, Zomato's stock surged, multiplying investor wealth nearly fourfold over the next 18 months leading up to December. The stock had surged 350% between June 2023 and December 2024. However, the momentum now appears to be fading. After the stock reached an all-time high on December 5th last year, it has declined by roughly 33% as of April 1st, 2025. While some degree of correction is expected after such a sharp rally, the recent decline has been particularly notable. Zomato has significantly eroded investor wealth in a short span of time. What does this actually signal? Is there more consolidation ahead as investors reassess the company's future growth expectations? Welcome to Bottom Line by Grow. I'm Radhika Bajaj. In today's episode, let us dissect Zomato's business and what lies ahead for its business prospects. We'll get into the reasons behind Zomato's recent stock price correction, but first it's important to understand the company's business structure. Zomato operates across 4 core business segments. First, and the key segment, as we all know, its flagship offering, of course, is the food ordering and delivery segment. Launched in 2015, this operates as a 3-sided marketplace connecting consumers, restaurant partners, and delivery personnel. It is the heart of Zomato's operations, currently active in over 800 cities across the country. In FY24, this segment generated 32,224 crore rupees, contributing 63% to the company's B2C gross order value or GOV, a metric that represents the total value of all orders placed on the platform. In Q3 FY25, this number stood at 9,913 crore rupees, accounting for 49.06% of the total gross order value. The second segment, of course, is a major one, the quick commerce segment, branded as Blinkit. Focused on ultra-fast delivery within 10 minutes, Blinkit caters to immediate consumer needs by offering a wide range of products, from groceries and daily essentials to electronics and personal care items. Blinkit leverages a network of dark stores and advanced logistics to ensure rapid delivery. Dark stores are the nerve centers of quick commerce. These are mini warehouses designed specifically for online order fulfillment. Initially launched in 2021 and acquired by Zomato in August of 2022, Blinkit now operates in 26 cities and contributed 12,469 crore rupees to the GOV in FY24, accounting for 26% of the total. In Q3 of FY25, this segment contributed 7,798 crore rupees, accounting for 38.59% of the total GOV. Zomato's third segment is the going out business. This segment was introduced in 2022 to enrich the dining and entertainment experience. This includes a dining out platform that helps users discover restaurants, make reservations, and access exclusive deals. It also features Zomato Live, which handles ticketing for food festivals, concerts, and other events. Operating in 41 cities, the going out segment generated 3,225 crore rupees in FY24, contributing 6% to the total GOV. This segment in Q3 FY25 contributed 2,495 crore rupees, accounting for 12.35% of total GOV. This vertical was further strengthened by the strategic acquisition of Paytm's Insider, a major player in event ticketing, and the launch of the District app in November of 2024. It's a unified platform for all going out experiences. Lastly, Zomato has a B2B supply segment called Hyperpure. Launched in 2019, Hyperpure aims to solve the fragmented and inconsistent supply chain faced by restaurants. It connects directly with farmer-producer organizations, traders, and established brands to deliver high-quality kitchen essentials. Operating in 8 cities, Hyperpure added 3,172 crore rupees to FY24's GOV, also contributing 6% to the overall total. Together, these 4 segments, food delivery, quick commerce, going out, and B2B supplies, make up a diverse and fast-evolving business portfolio. Despite the diversified business segments, food delivery remains the bedrock of Zomato's business. As one of the first players in India's food delivery space, Zomato has built a formidable network of around 2.5 lakh restaurant partners and 4 lakh delivery partners. This deep network has helped Zomato cement its brand presence and consistently meet consumer expectations across a wide service area. Much of this success has been enabled by Zomato's technological edge, which the company had invested heavily early on. This has allowed Zomato to maintain competitive delivery times and service reliability, driving a steady increase in gross order volumes from 8,486 crore rupees in Q3 FY24 to 9,913 crore rupees in Q3 FY25. In addition to growing order volume, Zomato has also been expanding its customer base. Annual transacting customers, or ATC metric, has shown steady growth, and more importantly, users are engaging with the platform more frequently. ATC means the total number of unique customers who have made at least one purchase on the platform within a given year. This is evident from the rising annual order frequency and an increase in the number of power users, those who place more than 50 orders a year. These trends suggest both customer acquisition and retention are on a strong footing. This apart, Zomato's revenue grew at an annualized rate of approximately 47% from March 2020 to March 2024. Also, Zomato's operating profit has improved significantly, rising from a loss of 366 crore rupees in December 2022 to a profit of 162 crore rupees in December of 2024, driven by better cost management and revenue growth. The operating profit margin also turned around, improving from minus 19% to 3% during the same period, reflecting stronger operational efficiency. Given such a solid business performance, it's natural to wonder why Zomato's stock has seen a correction. After all, the company turned profitable in Q1 FY24 and has sustained that momentum since. So what exactly is weighing on the stock price despite these operational gains? Well, one of the main reasons is the sharp decline in its net profit for Q3 FY25, which dropped to 59 crore rupees from 176 crore rupees in Q2 FY25. That's a steep fall of 66%. And that's been a key trigger behind the recent correction in the stock. Why did the profit drop? Now, one of the biggest contributors has been accelerated investment in the quick commerce segment, particularly Blinkit. Zomato invested around 370 crore rupees in expanding its quick commerce network during the quarter. These investments, which would have otherwise been spread over several quarters, were fast-tracked to capitalize on growth opportunities. This led to a surge in losses within the quick commerce business, which recorded an additional 95 crore rupees in quarterly losses compared to the previous quarter. This rise is largely attributed to the rapid expansion of Blinkit's physical infrastructure. Zomato added 368 new dark stores, which now make up 37% of its total network of 1,007 stores, along with building 1.3 million square feet of warehousing space. Now, these are asset-heavy investments and they represent a large upfront cost that is yet to deliver returns. While such investments are essential for long-term growth, they are margin dilutive in the short term. This apart, it has also invested in the District app. This app is aimed at providing a one-stop platform for discovering restaurants and booking live events. While strategically promising, the app has incurred substantial development, marketing, and tech-related losses in Q3 FY25. Zomato has indicated that these investments will continue and it expects this vertical to remain loss-making for the next 1 to 2 years as it focuses on scaling. Here's the second factor. The increase in Zomato's marketing expenses is another cause for concern for investors as it can have a direct impact on the margin and operating profits. Zomato also ramped up its digital marketing spending considerably during Q3 FY25. Third factor is the company is feeling the heat from a surge in competition, particularly in the quick commerce space. Rivals such as Zepto, Swiggy Instamart and Magicpin have aggressively entered the market. This increased competition has kept investors jittery regarding the prospects of Zomato. As such, Zomato's take rate has seen a slight decline. The take rate is the portion of transaction value it retains as revenue. This is mainly on account of pressures on delivery charges. This competitive intensity has also led to a pause in margin expansion as Zomato is forced to ramp up its marketing efforts and adopt aggressive customer acquisition tactics. Still, it is worth noting that Zomato's focus on cost control and the introduction of platform fees has started to pay off. Its adjusted EBITDA margin improved in Q3 FY25 from 3.5% to 4.3% of gross order value quarter on quarter. This indicates that the company is actively optimizing profitability even in the face of rising competitive pressures. So what lies ahead for Zomato? So far, we understand that Zomato has made a lot of investments across its business verticals and taken initiatives like platform fees to mitigate the competitive pressure. While these are short-term measures, how does the future look for the company? Will margin expansion actually continue? The answer seems to be yes, and the fundamentals of Zomato are likely to improve. Zomato's management has indicated that the company expects to continue incurring losses in other business segments in the short term, primarily due to its ongoing store expansion strategy. This expansion includes scaling up underutilized stores, which is anticipated to weigh on consolidated profits over the next 1 to 2 quarters. However, the company views these investments as a necessary step to drive substantial growth in gross order value. Management expects the GOV growth to remain above 100% for FY25 and FY26. To achieve long-term sustainable profitability, Zomato is placing strategic emphasis on improving delivery speed and expanding its quick commerce operations. After successfully bringing average delivery times down from over 45 minutes to approximately 30 minutes, the company is now exploring the feasibility of 10 to 15-minute food deliveries. For this, a new initiative, Bistro by Blinkit, has also been introduced to serve quick meals for the in-office segment. Zomato is testing a similar feature with restaurants in select areas to offer ultra-fast delivery and better meet consumer expectations for speed, thereby supporting overall growth. Since acquiring Blinkit in September of 2022, the platform has shown strong customer retention. Despite a gradual decline in retention rates to around 42% as of December 2024, the customer base has remained stable at 2.4 million. Importantly, core customers who contribute 1/3 of the platform's GOV continue to pay delivery charges of 20 rupees per order, even in the face of competition offering free or discounted delivery. This suggests strong customer stickiness. Moreover, GOV retention has improved significantly, rising from 100% in September 2022 to 144% by December 2024, indicating increased customer spending and reinforcing Blinkit's growth potential despite intensifying competition. Zomato is also staying committed to its target of opening 2,000 stores by December of 2025, aiming for continued GOV growth in FY25 and FY26. Another strategic focus area is Zomato's District app. The app has quickly gained momentum, surpassing 6.5 million downloads and aiming to consolidate users from different platforms into a unified destination for all going out experiences across the country. Over the next few years, the company intends to double down on strengthening its leadership in dining out services and entertainment ticketing, which are seen as high potential categories. But the road ahead is not going to be easy for Zomato. Despite these strategic initiatives, Zomato faces several challenges. The narrative around quick commerce has shifted from one of high growth and improving unit economics to one of rising losses and intense competition. The market is expected to remain fiercely competitive over the next 12 to 15 months, with new entrants offering aggressive discounts to capture market share. While established players are likely to retain premium customers, discounts remain significant across platforms, and consumers are actively comparing prices. Food delivery, Zomato's core business, is expected to witness a near-term slowdown. Analysts have revised the company's projected year-on-year growth downwards to 16 to 18% for the coming quarters, compared to earlier expectations of around 18% CAGR. While not drastic, this reflects softer than expected growth. The slowdown is evident in the decline of both monthly active users and daily active users since September of 2024. Even though food delivery margins have improved thanks to increased platform fees and restaurants' take rate hikes, further margin growth may be constrained by growing competition and the ongoing investments in quick commerce, particularly Blinkit. All of these are yet to turn profitable. Consequently, while food delivery continues to be a strong revenue contributor, it will need to support the losses incurred by newer verticals, potentially limiting overall margin expansion in the short term. In light of the company's growth prospects and its challenges, Zomato's valuation appears to have adjusted accordingly. Although the stock has now become less expensive, it still remains insanely expensive. The company's price to earnings ratio has declined to 289 times, down from a peak of 573.8 times in July of 2024, bringing it below the median PE of 352 times. This indicates the valuation adjustment with respect to Zomato's near-term earnings prospects. That said, Zomato still trades at a high valuation, indicating that much of its future growth may already be factored into the current stock price. While the company's long-term prospects remain strong, particularly in areas like commerce and the District app, realizing this potential will depend on consistent execution and delivery. If Zomato meets expectations, the valuation could normalize over time. However, if it fails to stand up to the expectations of the market, there is a risk of further derating, which is typically the case with highly priced growth companies. It is important for investors to focus on growth at a reasonable price. So at present, profitability concerns persist due to underperforming segments like Blinkit, rising competition in the food delivery space, and increasing operational costs, all of which are clouding earnings visibility and keeping the stock under pressure. What do you think of Zomato? You call it Zomato? You call it Zomato? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And for more such stock insights, make sure to follow Bottomline by Grow.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing. Please read the risk disclosure documents carefully before investing in equity shares, derivatives, mutual fund, and/or other instruments traded on the stock exchanges.